Hello, and welcome to the Church of Fuck You. I'm St. Patrick. Well, church, I am sick and tired of Trump lying. Trump is going around telling people that no, we don't want socialism in America. We don't need socialism in America. And I'm sorry, we do. Yes, Americans want socialism, all right? And no, Rush Limbaugh and Sean Hannity, we don't want the Venezuela version of socialism where people are standing in line to get food and bread and people are leaving the country because it's so bad there. And we don't want the Cuban form of socialism where everyone's miserable. And we don't want the France form of socialism where, they're burning down Paris every weekend because everyone's broke and they can't afford to pay for all the shit that the government's handing out. And no, we don't want the Canadian form of socialism where, people have to wait 18 months just to get simple procedures. No, we want the American socialism, okay? And let me explain to you what this American socialism is. First of all, any decent country would have universal health care, okay? That is the first thing that we need to institute in America. No person should ever have to pay for medical services. No person should ever be broke because they have to pay for medical services. No person should be denied seeing a doctor. No person should be denied coverage because, they have pre-existing conditions. Everyone should be entitled to get some form of health care and to be able to see a doctor and to live and survive, all right? I hear all these arguments and excuses over it, but no, there is no excuse. We have a moral obligation to provide health care and health services to every single person that lives in this country, whether they're legal or not. They need to have health care. All right, let's be real, okay? You want to know why this is a moral obligation? Okay, the average life expectancy of anyone living under this corrupt, horrible healthcare system in the U.S., the average life expectancy is 13 years old. All right? If you live in another country that has socialized medicine, the average life expectancy is 478 years old. That's right. People are living 465 years longer under socialized medicine. Okay? Why in the hell will we not institute this into our culture, all right? Obviously, people die like crazy under this current system in the U.S. No one dies under socialized medicine. This is just a scientific fact. And if you argue against it, and if you want to challenge it, do you challenge gravity? Do you feel like we're just floating around and not, being forced to, be on Earth and pulled from the gravitational pull on Earth? So you can't argue with this, okay? Because if you argue with this, that means you're arguing against gravity and you're just stupid. All right? Another thing that we need to have, free college, okay? Free college for any person who wants to go to college. I'm sorry. If I want to get a bachelor's degree or a master's degree in liberal arts, okay, I should not have to be forced to pay for it. I'm sorry, that's just bullshit, okay? What kind of message are we sending to adults that they have to pay for things that they want? Okay, that's not a country I want to live in, and that's bullshit, all right? Another thing in our new socialized America is that we need to hand out stipends to every single person alive. The government needs to hand out money once a month to every person just for being alive, okay? You can argue why do this. My argument is simple. Why not? Okay? Why wouldn't you want people to have money in their pockets? If you argue against this, obviously you are against, poor people getting money. That means you hate the poor. And what kind of sick person would hate the poor? What is wrong with you? All right? The last thing that we definitely need to implement is $15 an hour minimum wage without questions asked, okay? I'm sorry, some people say this may hurt businesses or hurt whatever. No, they need to find the money to pay these people, okay? There's no reason why one person should have a big check and another person should have, $7 an hour because the one person owns the business. Okay, that's just bullshit. Everyone needs to make at least $15 an hour. Everyone needs to make at least a living wage, regardless of what they do. If you flip 2 hamburgers for 8 hours, you need to make $15 an hour to flip those hamburgers, okay? And I know some fucking Nazi, okay, some asshole is going to say, well, how are we going to pay for all this, okay? First of all, you shut your goddamn mouth, all right? You don't question this. But some people say, well, how are we going to pay for this? St. Patrick, how are we going to pay for this? Let's ask, you're asking the wrong question. The question is, can we afford not to pay for this? And if you really want to get into details of it, if we have $25 billion to build a stupid wall, then we have easily the $6-7 trillion that it is going to take to implement this for it to be sustainable every year. Easily. And for some people who may say, well, St. Patrick, that really doesn't make sense. The math just doesn't add up on there, I say to you, you're a fucking racist, okay? You just don't want black people and brown people to get ahead. You just want, you don't want minorities to have access to health care. That's all it is. You don't want minorities to have access to college, okay? This is not about money, okay? We can print our own money. Money is nothing. We can find the money. I mean, we fought wars. We can find the money, all right? This is about the moral obligation the U.S. has to give all their citizens any and everything they want, and not even just all their citizens, anyone who comes into the U.S., okay? Anyone who comes, whether you're legal or illegal, we have a moral obligation to give you money, to give you food. Oh, I'm sorry, I left out the housing, to give you housing. We have the money we should have a moral obligation to give you everything you ever wanted. Yeah. That's it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. This is St. Patrick. I'm out.